probably has the least amount of pressure on me. Because if tomorrow my next directorial doesn't work and people turn around and tell me that, you know what, we don't think you should be doing this, I can just stop doing it. I'll just, just act. Prabhas as a co-star is again one of the most secure people that I've worked with. Because this film, Salaar, is very much a film about two people. Being on a film set for me is like a vacation. I never feel like it's work.
Yeah.
So because of that, I don't feel like I need some time off. And that's a dangerous zone to be in. Akshay sir has got this wonderful quality that you see a film of his and you message, he'll immediately reply back. And his reply will not just be a thank you. He'll be, thank you Prithvi, how are you? How's your family? He's someone like that.
Hello everyone, this is Aina and welcome to Instant Bollywood. Today I'm in conversation with the superstar Prithviraj Sukumaran sir. So nice to have you.
Nice to be here. Thank you for having me.
I am going to jump in right into Salaar and speak about it because I heard that you recently said that when you heard that something like this was coming your way, you kind of said ki mujhse nahi hoga, but the minute you heard the script, you were like, yes, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
What was the story? What made you say yes immediately?
So I was quite pleasantly surprised with what Salaar was about. Because when Hombale Films first told me that Prashant would like to pitch a role in this giant film that they are making, that Prashant Neel is directing after the KGF franchise with Prabhas, one of the biggest stars of the country, I had a different conception about what the film might be. I didn't expect it to be this really evocative story about two friends and what happens between them. That caught me by surprise. It is a really good film on paper.
Yes.
For all the spectacular action sequences and the huge sets and the production design that you will see, what really works for the film, at least for me, is a drama. And it's a very well written drama. And which caught me by surprise. It was a very pleasant surprise. And then, of course, the fact that I get to work with Prashant Neel, with Prabhas. Hombale Films, of course, are long-time associates of mine. And all put together, it just happened to be something that I could just not say no to. And I'm glad I did not. Because now that we are here today and I've seen what the film is about, I'm just so thankful for being able to be part of that experience.
We are glad that you didn't say no. Also the fact that, when I saw the trailer, the intensity is so high and you're playing such an intense characters, and I'm sure the schedule is not like 2 months in one row. You're kind of switching zones and then you're doing something that's comical, and it's very difficult to change your inner zone. How do you manage that as an actor?
I think that's something you learn through experience. I've probably been doing this long enough to now know what is the process that I have to put myself through for each character. Having said that, I'm not going to claim it's very easy. If given a choice under ideal circumstances, I would like to shoot every film at one go and not have a break in between. That's the best thing for an actor. Because what happens is when you're in character for a particular film, in a particular character for a few days, after a while there is a muscle memory that sets in, about how, let's say for example, Bade Miyan Chote Miyan, how he walks, how he talks, what's his body language. All that then becomes a muscle memory that is working almost at a subconscious level, which then makes it a lot more easier for you to just solely focus on the emotion, focus on the moment, because everything else is already in place. But then you shoot that for 10 days, you break away from that, you go and do a Bade Miyan Chote Miyan, which is completely different. And then you come back, then you have to put yourself through that process again. It's not easy. At least I'm not talented enough to say that it's easy. But it's something that when you become experienced enough as an actor, you understand what is that process you have to put yourself through the day before the shoot of every schedule to get back into character. I hope I've been able to do that, and I hope I've been consistent enough. So.
What fascinates me about you is that you're also a director and an actor, and I'm sure it does get difficult to balance both. But let's say when another director is directing you and you're playing an actor at that point of time, does your vision ever come in the way of that director that, I think ye aisa karna chahiye, or this we should probably do like this?
So again, I've taught myself now to switch off one faculty when I'm involved with the other one.
That's hard.
Yeah, it is. It used to be, but I directed my first film in 2018 and it released in 2019. Long before that, I used to direct mostly action sequences for my own films. So I was involved with the process of filmmaking for a long time, even before becoming a director by myself. Through the years, all those years, I think I have thankfully been able to teach myself that when I'm directing, I need to switch off myself as an actor. And when I'm acting, I need to switch off myself as a director. As an actor, your endeavor should be to completely submit to your director's vision. You know, a great performance is a performance that the director thinks builds towards his vision of the film. So as an actor, I think all great actors will tell you the same thing. All great actors will be very good at completely submitting themselves to the director's vision and to what is written on paper. And at that point in time, you switch off yourself as a filmmaker, because you are not then imagining, how would I have shot this scene? You know, you're trying to tell yourself, how can I be constructive in the scene that is set up according to that director's vision? So I've thankfully been able to teach myself that, and so it's not a problem for me anymore.
But you know, now you wanted the audience to not get very hyped about Lucifer 2, and they're already like loving it, seeing the first glimpse, even though you did not want it. How do you feel? Is there some kind of pressure? Because the part 1 was only so good and people loved it so much that part 2 pe thoda it gets a little difficult to kind of live up.
You know, I keep telling people that I am that one filmmaker who probably has the least amount of pressure on me, because if tomorrow my next directorial doesn't work and people turn around and tell me that, you know what, we don't think you should be doing this, I can just stop doing it. I'll just, just act. So that way I'm not thinking, oh my God, if my next directorial does not work, I will no longer have a career. So that way I think I'm blessed to not have that pressure, but I'm aware. I'm aware that I'm thankful for the fact that the first part of Lucifer went on to become what it did. And I'm aware that will automatically create a pressure, create something that you will have to then live up to, which I can do nothing about. I don't know if the second part of Lucifer is what people expect it to be. And the trap that I don't want to put myself into is trying to make a film that will meet expectations. I'm trying to make a film that I think is the right film to be made. Then I hope it will meet expectations. You can't look at it from the other side. So it's just a normal mainstream film. No big deal.
Sorry, coming back to Salaar, I've seen you speak so highly of Prabhas in the interviews that you've given, which really makes me think that even the bond you share with your other contemporaries, be it Dulquer, be it anyone else, it's so pure, it's literally tight-knit in a business that is so competitive. How is Prabhas as a co-star? Because you've spoken about him as a friend. And also, how does one get that security and feel comfortable in their own space even when you know your best friend's actually a competition for you?
So Prabhas as a co-star is again one of the most secure people that I've worked with, because this film, Salaar, is very much a film about two people. It is about Deva and Varada. And Prabhas was so keen on making sure that I do that character. And all through, I remember the three of us, Prashant, Prabhas and myself, we kept talking only about the two people, it's about the two people, it's about the dynamics between these two people, what happens between them. Prabhas never really looked at the film as his film and all that, and that takes a lot of confidence in who you are to be able to do that. But then I also understand, because Prabhas is very much like me, where he puts the film first, for the magnitude of his stardom, that is easier said than done. He puts the film first, and then he always thinks of what will work for the film. What he is doing in that film or what will work for him in the film is always secondary for him, which is the way I am too. So I guess that way we both hit it off. And when you have done this for as long as I have done, you will understand that competition is an illusion. There is enough cinema being made, there is enough volume of work happening for all of us to coexist and excel at the same time. So.
But you've been doing so much work. You're producing, you're directing, you're acting. And you said the only thing that I want that to stay permanent in my life is to go back home to my family. How are you getting time to manage all of this and also spend quality time with your family?
I'm not. If you speak to my daughter, she'll tell you that I'm not getting enough time. But that is not a complaint. I'm probably lucky that I'm not getting enough time to go back home. I'm sure a lot of people listening to this, at least aspiring filmmakers or actors, would think, oh, that's a position I want to be in. So I'm not complaining. But when you reach a particular point in your career, for somebody more grounded and sorted than me, they would be able to make sure that they have time for this, time for that, and time for that. I'm not that sorted.
Work.
I am a bit of a workaholic, yeah.
Yeah. It has its pros and it has its cons because you miss out on some.
I guess because the problem with me is, for me, the most relaxing thing that I can do is to be on a film set. Like being on a film set for me is like a vacation. I never feel like it's work.
Yeah.
So because of that, I don't feel like I need some time off, and that's a dangerous zone to be in. What happens is you always want to go for work.
Yeah.
And now I will have to now sort of deliberately tell myself, stop, like 15 days, stop. I'll have to do that, because when you have a 9-year-old daughter at home who speaks a lot, yeah.
No, but it's lovely that you do what you love, because not a lot of people get to do
Absolutely,
that.
I'm privileged. I'm absolutely privileged to be able to do what I love and still make money doing it. The fact of the matter is, even if I'm paid nothing, I would still probably be doing what I'm doing today.
Wow.
Yeah.
You said that if I ever go and shift to another industry or do any project of another industry, I need to like the script, even if the industry is big.
Yeah.
What about Bade Miyan Chote Miyan, intrigued you to actually get on board?
Yeah, well, it is the script. Ali and the writer, again over a Zoom call, gave me like a really detailed, long narration. And even I was, again for Bade Miyan Chote Miyan, I was caught by surprise, because when you listen to the title called Bade Miyan Chote Miyan, you think of a completely different kind of film. You don't think of this large-scale action entertainer, there is a lot of humor in the film. There is a lot of organic humor in the film, and it's wonderful to see the chemistry that Akshay sir and Tiger have shared in the film. They are both very good, but the script is very gripping. It's a genuinely interesting, gripping, engaging mainstream film. And then the character. It was impossible to say no to it after having listened to what Kabir is, my character in the film. So it's I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm a fan of Ali Abbas Zafar. I think he's a fantastic filmmaker. And I'm so glad that I got to work with him, because he's someone else that I now have a great equation with. He's got such vision, such clarity, and he's so sure of what he wants. And that is an association that I'm looking forward to, and I'm sure will be a long story ahead, because Ali and me, we really enjoyed working with each other.
But how is the chemistry between you, Tiger, and Akshay sir on set, or probably even off camera? Are you all like buddies by now?
Again, I've had the privilege of collaborating with Akshay sir as a producer, even before Bade Miyan Chote Miyan. And I had done a cameo in a film called Naam Shabana, in which Akshay sir was also playing a cameo. From then on, he's someone who I've always kept in touch with, because Akshay sir has got this wonderful quality that you see a film of his and you message, he'll immediately reply back, and his reply will not just be a thank you. He'll be, thank you Prithvi, how are you, how's your family? He's someone like that, and I really look up to him. I look up to him because of how professional he is, the way he approaches his work. He's on set 7 a.m, ready, and he's amazing that way. Also off set, he's a wonderful person, because when we were shooting in Glasgow in Scotland, Akshay sir used to take all of us out for dinner, for films and all that. And he's just a really nice person off set to hang out with. And I had a ball with Akshay sir, Tiger, and with Tiger, he'll do nothing and still make you feel like a lesser human being, because he's not just about his fitness, like he's just like the perfect specimen of a human being.
Why do you say that?
Like, he's always like 100% energy. Like, I've never seen Tiger tired. If we have like half an hour of break in between shoot, he's immediately doing something else. He's not taking rest, he's doing something else. It's amazing to see someone like that. And he's very good in the film. Much like Akshay sir, he's very good in the film. And also with Sonakshi and Manushi and Alaya, we all had a great time shooting for the film, and I'm looking forward to it.
Same, we are looking forward to. Lastly, before I end this, there's this much awaited film, Goat Life, which has been in the making since years. Whatever has happened or whatever struggle has gone in place, now that the film's actually coming out there, is there a sense of relief that it's finally coming out?
Absolutely. More than a sense sense of relief, there is a distinct sense of achievement.
Yeah.
Because when you are on a 15-year-long journey,
Yeah.
and when you have had to go through as much as we've had to go through to have made that film, and to finally see the product that we have made, and to now realize that we are only months away from the world seeing it, there's a distinct sense of achievement that none of us involved with that particular film ever lost conviction on it over
Yeah.
15 years. We never gave up on it. Even at the peak of its problems in the middle of the pandemic, when we got stuck in Wadi Rum, Jordan, and we never gave up on it. And to have lived through the experience of making that film through all these problems and years of waiting, it leaves you with a sense of achievement more than relief. And I'm very proud, not just of the film, but I'm very proud of the fact that all of us stuck to it and we saw it through.
No, I'm sure it's going to do really well and give you all the rewards that
I
the
hope so.
film. And we wish you all the very best for Salaar and everything.
Thank you so
coming.
much. Hi, this is Prithviraj Sukumaran. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to Instant Bollywood.